Hey guys, so I've been back from Switzerland since 5 days now. I arrived here on Monday. I spent 4 weeks altogether in Switzerland, longer than I thought I would because I loved it so much. I really enjoyed it there. I learned a lot. I met a lot of amazing people, and I would do it again for sure. So I got back on Monday. I'm now in Hamburg, Germany again. Uh, I even got offered from my boss in Switzerland to come back in May to work for him because he has a kids event for 4 weeks. Unfortunately, unfortunately, it's not really unfortunate, but I planned already or I booked already my flight to Miami in May because I'm visiting a friend for 2 weeks. So I told my now ex boss that it would be difficult to come work for him in May since I'm in vacation for 2 weeks. So he offered me to pay for my flight so that I wouldn't lose any money and still come work for him in May. So I was very honored and I tried to figure it out with my friends in Miami. However, on the bus ride home from Germany, on the bus ride home from Switzerland to Germany, 16 hours, by the way, I texted a very good friend of my brother who lives in Brunswick, which is actually my birthplace. And I asked him if he maybe has any jobs for me in April because, now I have 6 weeks left until May if I really take the job in Switzerland and I kind of need to do something in that time. So I texted him if he has anything for me, and he told me that he's actually looking for an assistant in sales, but long term. So I asked him, what kind of task I would need to do and how the job basically is. So he told me that I would it's kind of an office job basically. Like I would do presentations and work on the computer and hold meetings and etc. all of that stuff. And I would work directly for him, which is great because yeah, I know him since a long time already. And like I said, he's a good friend of my brother and he's a really cool guy. But he's looking long term. So for me, what I promised him is a couple of months because I still need to save money for the trip that I planned and I don't have it yet. So I told him, I can definitely work for a couple of months, but he's looking long term and for now he hasn't found anyone to replace his old assistant. So long story short, I told him that I can do a couple of months and he knows my story that I want to travel the world and that I need to save money and all of that stuff. And he spoke to his boss and it all worked out fine and he told me I had the job and if I liked it, if I really liked it, that I could also stay longer. And I said, yeah, let's see, let me try it out because for now there hasn't been one job where I wanted to stay long term. So let's see, because so far I quit every job I had basically. Um, Anyhow, he gave me a second call the day after, and he told me that he would even offer me an apprenticeship because he knows I don't have one. And since we're living in Germany, that's everything everyone always asks for is, what is your education? What have you learned? Do you have an apprenticeship or a degree or whatever? So this is basically the first question you being asked. And he told me, I know you don't have one, and here you could actually have one, and the money would be better than usual. So I had in the back of my head that he's working at a car dealership. So I asked him, is it correct you're working at a car dealership? Am I right? And he's like, well, it's a little better than that. I'm working for Ducati motorcycles. And I love motorcycles. So for me, this is a huge opportunity. Like it's really, really a big opportunity that I probably wouldn't get a second time. So for me, it's really hard to decide on what to do because I would have like I'm moving to Brunswick at the beginning of April now to work for him at Ducati. And for now it's just a couple of months, but I could have the option to work there for a couple of years, get an apprenticeship, and have something on my resume that I could actually show people and say, this is what I did or this is what I learned. So now I'm not quite sure what to do because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. But then again, I'm not sure if I really want to get an apprenticeship at Ducati. I don't know if this is really what I want to do because actually the plan was to travel the world. I always wanted to help people. I wanted to do something social, to work close together with people, to maybe help in third world countries, to do something meaningful. So now to even consider getting an apprenticeship at Ducati for me just seems so far off that I don't know if I'm still true to myself if I really take that chance. So I don't know. People tell me I might regret one day if I don't do it, that maybe in 5 or 10 years I wish I had something on my resume that I could show. Other people tell me just to follow my heart and my dreams. I honestly don't know. I'm at this point again where I have to make a big decision and I just don't know what to do. It's so it's so hard because you have so many pros and cons. That's like at the end of the day, I guess you just have to follow your gut feeling. But then again, I don't know if that's always the best way because, well, getting the apprenticeship there would be the safe thing to do. But then again, why living safe? Like, what good is it for me to live safely? And I might not even need it after all. So I don't know if taking this chance and getting an apprenticeship at this place is really doing any good for me. Or I don't know if I'm just going to waste my time for the next 2 or 3 years. So I'm just thinking if, I'm definitely going to try it out. I'm going to start in April, and he knows my situation that I want to travel the world and all of that. So I'm definitely going to try it out and work there for a couple of months. And then, I might even like it, I might not. I don't know. But I don't know, somewhere in my heart is just this feeling that I had since months now. And it's the reason why I gave up my apartment and why I quit my job in the first place and did all of these things. I just want to live like, I don't want to live like everyone else. I really just want to follow my dreams. Like, I just want to do what I want to do and maybe help people along the way, but I don't want to do anything just for money or just for a good resume. I think it's so boring and it's just what society wants you to do, and I really refuse to get in line with that bullshit. It's just not me. I don't know. Maybe you have any ideas for me or any thoughts or anything you'd like to share with me. I'll be very grateful. Until then, I hope you have a blessed weekend. Bye.